Good evening. Good evening. I'm Brenda Hatch, Executive Director. You know, you want to do the elementary principal thing, huh? Thank you. Good evening. I'm Brenda Hatch, Executive Director of Teaching and Learning, and I'd like to welcome you to the Lawton Public Schools celebration. We thank you for being here to help us honor the amazing educators and community members who have dedicated their lives to serving our students. At this time, would you please stand as the MacArthur High School JROTC presents the colors, and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem presented by the MacArthur High School choir members, Trina Morrell and Ava Hess. Salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, on the home of the brave?
Thank you. You may be seated. At this time, I would like to introduce our superintendent, Mr. Kevin Heim.
What a year. Amazing that we're holding our annual district celebration during Teacher Appreciation Week. It's also amazing and we're so excited we can be back in person and we get closer and closer back to our normal lives. This year above any, the education world has been turned upside down. But our educators and teachers rose to the occasion and provided for our students with flexibility, a place to grow, be loved, and supported during these uncharted times. I'm proud to say we did it. You know, and when I say we, the me part is pretty small. The teachers and the staff and the people in the buildings did it. And again, a great shout out to all you guys for the work you did every day. if it wasn't for ice and bad weather, we would have had in-person learning every day we were supposed to have it. And that's a great testament to you as staff members. When so many floundered and wavered, our teachers and staff made it happen. And tonight's a perfect time to celebrate and recognize the countless hours, selfless acts, and show appreciation to all our staff and all our teachers. I would like to introduce a few guests here. We have board members, Patty Nyworth, Mary Bradley. We have Chief Operations Officer, Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Jason James. Chief Financial Officer, Assistant Superintendent, Lance Gibbs. And then we have our Executive Director of Secondary Education, Teresa Jackson. And our Executive Director of Elementary Education, Karen Cooksey. Also, as a testament, there's a lot of other administrators and staff members in the audience I've noticed that came to support and congratulate all of our winners tonight. My first year here at Lawton has been adventurous, so to speak. I've had a great staff and incredible support. It's been amazing the work everybody's done around me to give me an opportunity to get acclimated to the LPS way, so to speak, and to learn Lawton Public Schools, and I appreciate that. But one thing I really appreciate is we give an award within every community. There are special people who realize that to improve its quality of life is to lift others around them to greatest possible heights. The best members of a community distinguish themselves by giving of themselves, not for the attention it may bring upon them, but because of their compassion for others. Lawton Public Schools is fortunate to have many in our community who support our employees in their quest to educate and care for thousands of children living in Lawton. We count you among these special people who do so much for others. This year is no different, as we recognize an individual and organization that was key to our district's return to learn. They went above and beyond to support our district, and we are eternally grateful. I met this recipient years ago when I was on a board of another county, and she represented that health department as well. And when I moved here, I had no intentions of dealing with a pandemic, but the relationship between Lawton Public Schools and their director was awesome. It became the envy of the state. I think at times there were people in the state that were mad at me because our health department worked with us so well, and that our director worked so well with us. And I think there was at times that some of the other health departments were not appreciative of the fact that she had such a good relationship with her schools. So at this time, the individual category goes to Miss Brandy Combs, Director of our Health Department, Regional Director. We got to go out here to this. I'm messing with Lynn. She's a photo person. Even after being a year in a pandemic, I left my mask and I went to the health department person to shake hands. She did let me slide since I was handing her a plaque. At the same time, she would probably tell you the same thing that I say. As great as the relationship was between the administration and Brandy in getting things done, she never failed to say, it's not me, it's my staff. It's the people at the health department. So to further that, the community organization this year is the Comanche County Health Department for all they did to get it where we could have in-person learning every day, work through a pandemic, and keep our students safe and have a better understanding. So at this time, the Comanche County Health Department will be this year's community organization that's a friend of education. Did they come up? Again, such a shout out to this group for working with Lawton Public Schools. I'm sure some of the other schools in the area would say the same, but we felt like, in our nurses, we felt like we had a hotline to them. We worked through our quarantines, and it got us through one of the toughest times in the history of education. Champions for Children. Any Lawton Public School employee may be nominated as a champion for outstanding services to Lawton students or to the district. As in the past, nominees may represent any certified or non-certified employment category. Champions are exemplified by their dedication to the profession, to the students, and to Lawton Public Schools. This award recognizes them not just doing their jobs, but for going the extra mile, doing even more than is expected. Our first champion for children this year, she is, due to an illness, she is unable to attend, but we're still going to read her bio. Leanne Connick. Ms. Connick is the secretary at Hugh-Bish Elementary and has been in her position for 2.5 years. She is no stranger to Hugh-Bish. When she was in the military, both of her daughters attended the school. Her peers say she is a wealth of information, and her servant and compassionate heart build connections with all she comes in contact with. She is the first to welcome guests and makes every effort to ensure that students feel loved and welcomed from day one. She goes the extra mile, making sure students' needs are met. Hugh-Bish would not be the same without her, and is a special place because of Miss Leanne Connick. Please give her a hand. Next, we have Isaac Jeffrey. Mr. Jeffrey has served as the head custodian at Edison Elementary for the past 18 years, and he has been with the district 22. He is dedicated to students, staff, the building, and community is incomparable. It's not uncommon for students to seek out Mr. Jeffrey while learning a new skill or two. His cleanup crew is the place to be at Edison Elementary. His colleagues say school is not the same when he is gone for the day, as he has a huge role in encouraging and maintaining a positive school environment. He is respected and adored in what makes Edison Elementary a special place to be. I will say this on a personal note, Edison has undergone kind of a renovation due to a broken pipe. They've had to make some moves. From my understanding, he still keeps in contact with the students. I always give him a hard time when I go over there. I try to find his nap place because he's there by himself. But I'm telling you, those crews are there remodeling that. He's eyeing it every day, making sure it gets done right. And he's throwing in a new bathroom remodels and some of those things that you guys have been wanting for years. So big shout out to Mr. Isaac Jeffrey. Vicki Cambick. Ms. Cambick has been a special education teacher at MacArthur High School for the past 13.5 years. She displays an incredible amount of devotion to students by spending countless hours after the workday and during the weekend to ensure their needs are met, both physically and emotionally. Her colleagues say she is a positive role model and passionate advocate for all students. She has a desire for teaching that can be seen in and out of the classroom. It is not uncommon to find her delivering equipment and food or making wellness checks at her students' home. Her greatest joy is teaching Teach Now and watching her students make some significant gains in employability skills. Special place for our SPED teachers at this time, because it's really been tough, the pandemic, with their students being at home, especially last spring, and so many of them went the extra mile. So this is a special welcome, Miss Vicki Cambick. Angela Kimbrell. Ms. Kimbrell is a self-contained special education teacher in her second year at Lawton High School. She is not afraid to think outside the box when it comes to her students. She cares for the whole child and understands the importance of building a child up. Her colleagues say she is dedicated, passionate, and creates a safe learning environment centered on respect and high expectations. She oversees the school's food pantry program and clothes closet. In addition, she sponsors Partners Club and is a Special Olympics coach. Building adults with character and understanding of real-world application is important to Miss Angela Kimbrell. We can't figure out why we're smiling. We both had our mask on and we're sitting there smiling. Lynn doesn't know, but Lynn, we are smiling. Lori Manning. Miss Manning is in her 13th year as a library media specialist at MacArthur High School. Her colleagues say she makes it a point to provide a place to go for every young person on campus and content that will inspire a love of literacy and learning when they arrive. She is constantly striving to improve the learning environment in every possible way. Her favorite part of the job is making connections with and serving students and staff. She embodies the values of kindness, grace, and unconditional love inspired by her faith. Her approach at serving others comes from her foundation as a Christian. Miss Lori Manning. Mark Nash. For the past 7 years, Mr. Nash has been the lead teacher at the Comanche County Juvenile Detention Center, which is serviced by Lawton Public Schools. He retains a special rapport with students that is unmatched, and students know he cares as he educates and mentors them. His colleagues say the things that stands out most is his patience. He perseveres and helps to create an environment that sets students on the path to graduate, especially when they don't think it's possible. He says students respond to him because they know he's tough but fair and will hold them accountable. The students do their best for Coach Nash. Mr. Mark Nash. When I first got here, one of the things I did was to try to visit all the sites, and Rick Owens took me by the Comanche County Juvenile Detention Center, and we walked through. Special place in our hearts for those who strive to get those young men and young ladies on the right path. Jerry Pena. Ms. Pena has been a school psychometrist with the district for the past 6 years. She is always all hands on deck when working with staff and students. She has volunteered countless hours to ensure students receive the best care and their needs are met. Her fierce dedication and determination are evident as she develops relationships with students and staff. Her colleagues say she is always providing training and working to ensure staff understands the referral process. The time that she gets to spend with individual students gives her the greatest enjoyment. She takes pride knowing that she is a great agent for change in their lives. Miss Jerry Pena. Lisa Sparks. Miss Sparks has served as the principal at Carriage Hills Elementary School for the past 3 years. Her peers say she is a fearless leader who inspires and sets high expectations for the betterment of her students. One student even shared, "I know she is a good person. She is really nice, even if I make mistakes. She helps." Her genuine dedication to all students is evident throughout the school day and outside of the building. There is no problem too small or too big where she won't jump in and help. She says, "Remembering where I came from allows me to provide a safe and happy learning environment. We continue to learn from each other and grow together." Miss Lisa Sparks. Brenda left me. She knew Coco was coming up here. Corporal Don Tillman and K-9 Officer Coco. Corporal Tillman and Officer Coco have been with the district for the past 2.5 years. Not only are they an integral part of safety and security for the district, they can be seen across many of our sites and events supporting and cheering all our students. The pair are known to students and staff as the dynamic duo, keeping the building safe while putting a smile on everyone's face. Corporal Tillman knows no stranger, and her sense of humor puts students at ease and makes them comfortable to talk with law enforcement. Officer Coco enjoys enriching the lives of students by being super friendly and letting students sneak a quick pet when my mom isn't looking. Their greatest satisfaction comes from watching students grow and mature as they progress through school. Corporal Don Tillman and K-9 Officer Coco. Perry Ann Wyatt. Miss Wyatt is an LPS teacher at Parker Point Group Home. Her peers say she is a true champion for all the girls who come and go from her class by providing stability, understanding, structure, and unconditional love in their tumultuous lives. The unprecedented success of these students is to her devotion to them both academically and socially. Her students' success is a priority, and keeping a positive attitude has a refreshing effect on her students. She says reacting with intention, practice, and patience, and extending grace allows her to build relationships. Her main goal is to leave a legacy of students who have gone from homeless and hopeless to confident and capable. Miss Perry Ann Wyatt. This time I'll turn the program back over to Ms. Hatch.
I didn't leave the stage because of Coco. I love every time. I know when Coco's at Shoemaker Center. You can just tell the talk in the building. And who had the sign? Where'd the sign go? There's a, yeah, if you haven't seen, great sign, so perfect. So we have several educators in our district who, after years of dedicating their lives to prepare our children for the future, have decided that it's time to retire. Now, we celebrate both their past accomplishments and the next chapter in their life. Each employee will be formally recognized and celebrated at their school, but at this time, if we have anyone in the audience who is retiring at the end of this year, please stand and let us recognize and thank you. Each year, a selection team comprised of members of the community and professional development volunteer to serve on the committee to select our Teacher of the Year and our First Class Teacher of the Year. At this time, I'd like to introduce this year's committee. If they'll please stand and remain standing when I call their name, and if you'll wait and hold your applause till the end. I want to announce Mr. Jeff Elbert. He is not here tonight because he is busy with another committee citywide. He is phenomenal for our city of Lawton. Donna Elmore from Nissan of Lawton. Kent Lewis, LPS Foundation. Mary Hanson, LPS Teacher. Stephanie Overby, LPS Teacher. Donna Catlin, LPS District Administrator. Pam Brissolera, PTA President. And Jerry Prince, LPS Counselor. Now, if you'll give them a round of applause and thank them. Tonight would not be possible without the planning and hard work of many LPS staff members. I want to say a special thank you to Lynn Cordes, Lisa Glover, Sheila Wabrick, Stephanie Heim, Victoria Orndorff, Geraldo Bello, the LPS Media Department and Tech Department, and Chad Kirchen. We also want to thank Ms. Beverly Mattingly for letting us have the event tonight in this beautiful auditorium. Yes. A special thank you also goes out to Major Redfern and our JROTC and members of Ms. Hively's choir from MacArthur High School. Please join me in thanking them for their hard work. Stephanie Overby served on this year's selection committee because she was last year's Rookie of the Year. You've probably been hearing us not call it Rookie of the Year. We've changed the name to First Class Teacher of the Year. And so Stephanie is an amazing kindergarten teacher. She's an amazing member of our community. As a matter of fact, I think she works with Jeff Elbert on some of the some organizations across our community. She's at Eisenhower Elementary School, and I want to thank her for her hard work, and please welcome Ms. Stephanie Overby.
Hello. Standing up here is nerve-wracking. It's big. I was glad we did it at the football field. But this opportunity is a really great one. I thank my principal, of course, for even thinking of me to represent our school, and the committee from last year to even think of me to represent LPS. We are definitely thankful that the First Class Teacher of the Year candidates have chosen teaching as their profession and Lawton Public Schools to teach in. I had the opportunity to meet each one of them as we interviewed them, and I really got to hear their hearts on the teaching profession. Each and every one of you are seriously a gem to LPS, and I thank you. I know you're going to do great things. Teachers who have taught in our district for less than 2 years at the end of the current year are eligible to be the First Class Teacher of the Year. They are nominated by their principal and are interviewed by the selection committee. We know how difficult the first year of teaching can be, and behind every great teacher, all of us, there is typically a support team made up of family, friends, mentors, staff who have become friends, In a minute, we will be calling each candidate to the stage. As they're walking up to the stage, if you are a part of that support team for them, please stand so we can recognize you as well. Ready? All right. So, from Eisenhower High School, Bentley Bross. And just so you know, if I call your name wrong, I called your school today to make sure I said it right. So blame the person who picks up the phone. From Whittier Elementary, Alexis Ford. Yes. And when you come to the stage, please stay until everyone gets here. How are you? You look beautiful. I'm gonna just wait a minute. Okay, from Lincoln Elementary, Donald Hightower. Hello again. From Hugh Bish, Caitlin Hill. From Freedom Elementary, Caitlin Hall. From Central Middle School, Ashley Johns. From Lawton High School, Cole Lear. There's that awkward moment where they're walking up and I want to make jokes, but I'm not funny, so hold on to that. From Eisenhower Elementary, Carly Loving. There you go. Strut it, girl. From Pat Pat Henry Elementary, it is Latasha Matthews. From Tomlinson Middle School, Edward Muniz. From Sullivan Village, Riley Rivera. Riley Rivera is unable to join us tonight. I'm just kidding, I don't know. From Washington Elementary, Ashley Sinning. That's your friend back there. From Pioneer Park, Rebecca Song. From Eisenhower Middle School, Bailey Talmadge. Isn't it though? It's like click, click, click. And from Ridgecrest Elementary, Mariah West. Okay, let's give this awesome group another round of applause. Okay, and let's, as they head back to their seat, we're just going to keep clapping until they sit down. Let's try that. Okay. And as Mariah, who's our last one, takes her seat, I want to announce that our business partners and community members have contributed approximately $3,000 in cash and prizes to our First Class Teacher of the Year. And each nominee has received 2 flex passes for the Lawton Philharmonic Orchestra. Oh, thank you guys. The First Class Teacher of the Year thrived during the first year of teaching, despite the challenges that came with the pandemic. According to peers, This teacher's engagement and teaching methods are completely on par with the veteran teachers. The work this teacher does with students outside of the classroom is exemplary. Worrying about and missing the students over the extended breaks was something that surprised this teacher during their first year. I am proud to announce that the 2021-2022 First Class Teacher of the Year is Cole Lear. Mr. Lear is a direct instruction English teacher, the freshman head basketball coach, assistant varsity basketball coach, the ACT college prep class teacher, and is the co-sponsor of the Gentlemen for LHS Club. He assists in Hope Room and teaches a credit recovery class for freshman students. Mr. Cole Lear. Oh, one thing his students, he said that in his interview, he said that one thing that his students probably would not forget is how tall he is. So, I will also not forget that.
I just want to give a quick shout out to I know I've seen some fellow teachers out here from my building and my principals. I couldn't do any of this without y'all, so I appreciate y'all, and thank y'all so much.
You know, it is such an honor to be recognized by your peers, administrators, students, and parents as an outstanding educator who has gone above and beyond to make a difference in the lives of students. At this time, I want to announce each school's Teacher of the Year and ask them to stand in place, and I'll ask you to hold your applause till the end. From Central Middle School, Samantha Leonard. Eisenhower Middle School, Eric Haig. MacArthur Middle School, Denise Berry. Tomlinson Middle School, Deborah Weber. Middle School Virtual, Katie Long. Eisenhower High School, Cindy Ray. Lawton High School, Alan Prater. MacArthur High School, Craig Redfern. Adams Elementary Virtual AM, Marissa Purdy. Adams Elementary Virtual PM, Crystal Sellers. Almer West Elementary, Delisa Jennings. Carriage Hills, Laura Nicholas. Cleveland Elementary, Amanda Scott. Crosby Park, Amanda Mack. Edison Elementary, Michelle Hall. Eisenhower Elementary, Megan Haley. Freedom Elementary, Kelsey McCaskill. Hugh Bish Elementary, Ashley Rouse. Learning Tree Academy, Debbie Mraz. Lincoln Elementary, Beth Lane. Pat Henry Elementary is Stacy McKinney. Pioneer Park is Sandy Jolly. Ridgecrest Elementary is Mary Kennemore. Sullivan Village Elementary, Stephanie Lee. Washington Elementary is Lindsay Williamson. Whittier Elementary was Kayla Pendergrass. And Woodland Hills Elementary was Diana Morey. Another member of this year's selection committee was Mrs. Mary Hanson, and Mary was selected as LPS Teacher of the Year this past September on a football field, and she'll represent Lawton at the Oklahoma Teacher of the Year competition next fall. Please help me welcome Mary Hanson.
Wow, Stephanie, you're right. It's a little intimidating up here. What a year. It has been said that if you want something done, ask a teacher to do it. And I think this year is proof of that. There's something special about educators. We never look at a glass and say that it's half empty. we look at a glass and we say it's half full. We are adaptable and we are flexible. We love a challenge. And we create environments of learning, trust, and acceptance. I've been a teacher for Lawton Public Schools for 35 years, and I have never seen teachers work harder than they did this year. They rolled up their sleeves. They never complained. They found innovative ways to collaborate in their classroom with the guidelines from the CDC. They managed to keep their students engaged under stressful circumstances. And I want to talk about some of those circumstances. I'm kind of going off script here. Sometimes I get in trouble when I do this. Before the pandemic, we had lesson plans, and we had grades, and we had classroom management. And then we throw in there detailed seating charts. So if a student tested positive for COVID, that teacher could immediately go to her seating chart and see who was sitting around that student so that family could be contacted. To me, that is a lot of pressure. They had to sanitize their desk daily, middle school, high school, after every class period, during passing periods. They had to monitor social distancing in their classrooms and their hallways, and they had to make sure that students were wearing their mask appropriately. Which leads me to tell you the story that I heard. And I never thought I'd hear this in the hallway. And I asked Tony Terrell if I could share this story, and he said, go ahead. So I was in the hallway at Tomlinson, and I heard Mr. Terrell go up to a student. He said, "Sir, we don't sag in this building. Would you please pull up your mask?" That's when I knew it was a crazy year. I would like to take this opportunity right now to ask every teacher and every school administrator to please stand so we can thank you for a job well done. I would like to close by saying what an honor it was to be named last year's Teacher of the Year. I love Lawton. I'm a true Lawtonian. I was born and raised here in the Great 580. And I love LPS. And I will continue to tell everyone I meet about the awesome things that our community has to offer and the amazing things that are happening in classrooms every single day across our district. Thank you for allowing me to represent our amazing school district. And in just a minute, you're going to be able to meet 7 amazing educators. Earlier, Mrs. Hatch introduced all of the school's Teacher of the Year winners. After being nominated, teachers completed a portfolio consisting of professional information, teacher reflection, and letters of recommendation. After gathering the information, the selection committee had the difficult, and I mean difficult, task of narrowing the list to 7 finalists. Once the finalists were named, they were required to provide additional information for their portfolio, submit a 10-minute teaching video, and participate in an interview. As I introduce our 7 finalists, they will come to the stage with a very special guest who will tell us exactly why his or her teacher should be named Teacher of the Year. We're going to start with Central Middle School virtual teacher Samantha Leonard and her student guest, Deanne Person Margarito.
Samantha, do you know if your guest is here? Do you know if your guest is here?
Yeah, I saw her earlier.
You did see her earlier.
But I did. And I went to her earlier.
So, I wonder if, oh, okay, you want to do that? All right. Okay, we're going to go to the next person and see if she stepped up to the restroom.
Okay. Okay. From middle school virtual, math teacher Katie Long and her student guest Riley Burton.
Hello, my name is Riley Burton. I'm an 8th grader at Tomlinson Middle School, and I had Miss Long in the 3rd grade at Ridgecrest Elementary. Forgive me if I stutter. This is the first time I've ever done a speech like this in front of people. My first year of 3rd grade, I was held back due to the reading test, but for the second year of 3rd grade, I was fortunate enough to meet Miss Katie Long. The first thing she said to me when I walked through the doors to the classroom was, "I was so excited to see you on my list. All the 3rd grade teachers are looking forward to having you this year," and I guess I was the lucky one. I didn't know it then, but this woman would be the one that would change my life forever. I used to hate reading. I didn't understand it. I would stutter on almost every word. I would mess up on every word, and I would make up words that weren't there. If you want me to be honest, I gave up on myself. I thought I was dumb. I was stuck in the same grade when all my other friends went to a different one. Miss Long was the person who made me realize that all the thoughts in my head weren't true. No matter how many times I wanted to give up on myself, she never gave up on me. It was the same with all the other kids too. If someone didn't understand something, she would sit there and wait until we understood and explain it so that we would be able to understand. All she wanted was to see her students succeed. She always made coming to school so fun. During the time I was in her classroom, my home life wasn't the best. On the days where I didn't even want to get out of bed, I remember her greeting me with a smile that would remind me everything would be okay. She is truly the only teacher I can say I looked up to as a mother figure. By the end of the 3rd grade, we found out that our class had a 100% passing rate. All the kids in her class had passed, including me. I remember on the last day of 3rd grade, I cried. I cried because I was happy I was moving on to the next grade, but also because I knew I wouldn't have another teacher like Miss Long again. Now that I'm in the 8th grade, I can truly say Miss Long has impacted me in the most amazing, incredible, and an amazing way possible. I'm in honors reading and language arts. I have a bookshelf in my room, and most importantly, I love to read. I hope one day I'll be able to write my own books as well. Before I end this, I want to say a quote, because every time I see it, I think of Miss Long. One child, one teacher, one pen can change the world. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me, and thank you, Miss Long, for changing my life. You will always be my hero.
From Crosby Park Elementary, 2nd grade teacher Amanda Mack and student guest Charlotte Tabor.
Hello, my name is Charlotte Tabor. I'm a second grader at Crosby Park Elementary School, the best school in all of Oklahoma. First, I would like to thank you all for joining us here on Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. Now, I would like to tell you a bit about my wonderful teacher, Miss Mack. Miss Mack is a very special person, not just to me, but to all of our students. We love her a lot. She is very kind and loving. She cares for everybody. She makes sure that we all treat each other with kindness and respect. Bad attitudes and bullies are not allowed at our school, and that is awesome. She is super funny. She loves to make everyone laugh. She has gotten to know each and every one of us. She knows the things we like and the things we find funny. I love her silly jokes, even if I might not get them right away. She creates really fun assignments. We don't do boring work, busy work in Miss Mack's class. She puts her own twist on things we learned, so it's interesting and we want to know more and more. Like one day we made giant ice marbles using balloons. It was awesome. She makes learning fun. She is very creative. Miss Mack lets us do fun art projects, and always has the nicest things to say about our pictures. Even if they might not always look so good, she would never tell us that. She always finds something positive to say, even if your person might look like a monkey. She also is patient and understanding. She understands that sometimes kids need to move around. She never gets frustrated when we have a hard time sitting. Sometimes she even lets us outside to have extra recess time when we need to get our wiggles out. She has a great attitude. Miss Mack never gets irritated with my many, many questions. In fact, she loves when her students ask questions and will answer them until we get it. We never feel embarrassed or like we aren't smart for understanding something quickly. She makes sure that we all know how smart and special we are. She takes extra time if we need it and explains lessons in many different ways because we are special in our own way. I'll wrap this up because I was told I only have 2 minutes, and honestly, I like to talk a lot. So I'm glad I could tell you a little about my teacher, Miss Mack. Trying to turn the page and it won't go. Miss Mack is a nice and beautiful person, and I love how she always comes to school prepared to have the best day ever. As Baby Yoda would probably say, my teacher forever, I wish you could be.
Let me double check one more time and make sure Deanne didn't come back in the room. We think there was a case of nerves. And so it is my privilege to get to talk about Samantha. And there's somebody else that's already come on the stage too and said, I want to talk about her too. So she's going to get double duty. Samantha took on the challenge this year of being a virtual teacher, and those of you who are virtual teachers in the room know what a challenge that is, especially with middle school. And whenever Central Middle School got ready to nominate their Teacher of the Year, they did not nominate a teacher that was currently in their building. They nominated a virtual teacher, and Mr. Jones called me and he said, is that okay? I said, absolutely. And he said, she has gone above and beyond to help all of our teachers in the building to get things organized, to help us with virtual. She's by far, she was their choice. And so, to get things organized, to help us with virtual, she's by far, she was their choice. And so, I had a chance to get to watch her teach. You'll get to see a little bit on the video as well, and just did an amazing job for our students. And we have somebody else that Miss Jenny wants to come and speak about her as well.
Hi, my name's Jennifer Mason, and I am the principal over the program that Samantha teaches for. That will always be one of the first things I remember about her the very first time she introduced herself. She told us that they spelled her name wrong on her birth certificate, and instead of Samantha, they put Samantha. So it just worked that she teaches math and she loves it. So throw that out there about her. This year, Samantha joined us not in the beginning of the year like some of the virtual teachers, like on the first day. 2-3 weeks in, we needed some more people, and she came over and she started teaching virtually. She's in the virtual PM program, which means they work from home, okay? Some people, you might think that sounds amazing, okay? It's not. Samantha not only works from home, but she has her children with her. She has to cook, she has to clean, she has to make sure they're getting their schoolwork done, and 4 preps, okay? So she takes all of our preps in the virtual PM for the middle school, and she has the honors math class for algebra for middle school kids. She goes above and beyond every single day for her students. She sets up one-on-one Zooms. She wants to make sure they understand it. She started working with Nearpod this year. She trains herself on everything. In the mail, she mails stickers home. I'm sure that's what her student would have said. And she sends pictures and everything. So she's just phenomenal teacher. She loves her students, and she goes above and beyond for them. So congratulations to her.
From Freedom Elementary, 4th grade teacher Kelsey McCaskill, and student guest Haley Garcia.
I think Mrs. McCaskill deserves the title of Teacher of the Year. I should know because she is one of my most favorite teachers that I have ever had. I like her so much because she makes me and other kids in my class laugh. Not many teachers are as funny as Mrs. McCaskill. And she hangs out with us during recess. I especially like the songs we learn to help us remember information. She helps us when she can, and she's very witty. She always tries to teach us as well as she can. And she's doing pretty good, if you ask me. I also like how she goes the extra mile and teaches a Zoom class along with a traditional class. She does these fun classroom transformations, and one time we were doing one where we were doctors, and she dressed up like a doctor for it. We also did Christmas around the world, and we made Christmas crafts for every region we learned about. That was pretty fun. Now for some characteristics I like about Mrs. McCaskill. I love how she is so funny and how she's outgoing and hardworking. She's also very nice and sweet. She's one of the best teachers ever, and she helps us a lot when we need it. She's also very energetic and that helps a lot when she teaches because her lessons don't get boring. Going back to what I said before, Mrs. McCaskill is a great teacher. because she's able to teach a Zoom class plus a traditional class. She's also the coolest teacher in 4th grade because she team teaches with Mrs. Bilbrey, my math teacher. That makes it fun too. And best of all, she's my grand finale teacher for Oklahoma, which means she is the last teacher I will ever have here in Oklahoma. So having said all that, I no longer think Mrs. McCaskill should be Teacher of the Year. I think she should be Teacher of the Century. Thank you all for listening. Have a good night.
Were you shaking as much as I am?
From Whittier Elementary, 3rd grade teacher Kayla Pendergrass and student guest Paloma Bernal. Sorry.
Hi, my name is Paloma Bernal, and I am a student in Ms. Pendergrass's 3rd grade class. She is the best teacher I've ever had. She makes learning fun and has taught me many things I did not know before. For example, I did not know multiplication and division. I learned both of these this year, and now math is my favorite subject. When we are struggling, she helps us by working out the problems together. She has a big heart and truly cares about all of her students, past and present. We are Pendergrass's Panthers because we are brave and fearless with Miss Pendergrass by our side. We can do anything. When things get tough and stressful, it is Miss Pendergrass to the rescue by telling us, "You got this, don't stress, and just believe in yourself." Thank you for all that you do, Ms. Pendergrass. We appreciate everything you have taught us this school year. You have made a huge impact in my life, and I'll always remember you.
From Lawton High School, military history and competitive ethics teacher and coach Alan Prater and student guest Carly Akers.
Wow, this is nerve-wracking. Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Carly Akers, and I'm a senior at Lawton High. I've had Mr. Prater for the past 4 years, so I remember the first day of my freshman year, sitting in the front of my 3rd hour government class. Don't ask me why they had a 14-year-old learning the laws, but that's besides the point. Once class started, Mr. Prater did the usual PowerPoint slideshow of getting to know him. And I remember him talking about all the things he sponsored, and I thought, what does this guy do? Because his list went on and on and on. Over the 4 years I've known Mr. Prater, I quickly learned he can and does everything. He spends just about every second of his life devoting not only his time, but his love to the kids of Lawton High. Anyone who knows him knows he would drop any and everything to help someone. During my time at Lawton High, Mr. Prater has helped me become a leader and has inspired me further my education to becoming a teacher myself. He has helped me grow up and continues to help me work through life lessons even as I get ready to walk through the next chapter of my life. Thank you, Mr. Prater, for everything you have done for me over the last 4 years, including my daily rants and complaints. If anyone deserves to be nominated for Teacher of the Year, it's you.
From John Adams, PM Virtual, third grade teacher Crystal Sellers, and student guest Chrislyn Sellers.
Good evening. Today I'm introducing Miss Crystal Sellers. I was in her third grade class at Whittier Elementary, and I didn't like learning that much. But her teaching methods helped me want to learn. She made her lessons intriguing and fun. She even found a way to get kids interested in multiplication and perimeter with raps that I still use to this day. She not only taught us how to do math and reading, she also taught us how to be kind to each other. She had us do a drawing activity that went with the song called Macarena that taught us not to judge a book by its cover. We even did a hula hoop game to teach us teamwork. She makes each kid a scrapbook that is to die for, and she's not afraid to bust a move in front of the class. During third grade, I was also in need of a foster home, and I had nowhere else to go, but she gladly took the job. I was excited to be living with my teacher. I thought, everyone at school is going to be so jealous because I'm with everyone's favorite teacher. But soon, it became more than just that. It became about love and compassion. Being with her made us both happier. I fell in love with her family and pets, and everything just felt right. It was weird going from calling my teacher Miss Sellers to Lala, but it got easier. A little while after that, I started calling her Mom. She helped me with things I didn't know I needed help with, including homework. She took me on my very first beach trip the first year I was with her, and a few years after, she adopted me. And I finally had a forever family, something I didn't know I always wanted. See, this is the kind of person she is. She's more than just a teacher. She loves her students with her whole heart, and I believe she would take any of them in if they needed a home, like she did with me. This year, I've watched her teach virtually, and she's worked hours every day. And this year especially, she's put a lot of time and effort into making this year the best for her kids. When she got Teacher of the Year, she worked for even more hours on her work. She earned this title, and I couldn't be prouder. And with that, I now introduce to you the best teacher I know, my mom, Miss Sellers.
And now we're going to watch a collage of all of the amazing teachers.
So do you think television and entertainment helps play into that?
Yeah.
I do too. I think it has a big impact on, especially when it comes to women images and the way they're portrayed and what their role in a household is. But this is 2021. It's a lot different.
Why can I not tell Dallas that his inference is wrong? Keegan? Because it's an opinion. And what else did he have to tell me about his opinion? What did he say after why he thought they were in the hospital? Paloma? Because he stated a fact that he thought it was a hospital bed. He backed it up with a fact.
Oh my goodness, that is amazing. Thank you, Adonis. So I love how he spoke in a complete sentence. Give him a double thumbs up. He told us that if you compare something, you're taking two things and you're seeing how they are the same. On the same end, if you compare something, you can see how they're the same, or popcorn answer, you can see how they are different as well. Good job, friends. So compare means taking two things together, just like Adonis said, seeing how they are the same, how are they different. But what about comparing numbers? If I'm comparing numbers, what exactly am I doing? Think about Adonis's definition, and then think about two numbers. Jacob, could you help us out?
So yesterday, we had our task cards around the room. What color were they? Purple and orange, yes, okay? What color are our task cards around the room today? Pink. So you're using your pink paper in your case file. My friends at home, you will have your slides just like the last few days, okay? But we are looking at our main idea mostly about. Let's take a look at our slide. So, day 3, we are looking for reviewing main idea and our supporting details. Oh look, we already talked about this. Main idea, what the text is, what?
Up here on my screensaver for my background today, because I go to Galveston last summer. I go there, and when I go there, I writed our names in the sand, and I builded a sandcastle, and I run through the waves, and I got stinged by a jellyfish. Ellie, you have your hand up. Do you have a question?
Visualize a spider crawling across the parentheses. The spider goes from one side, it goes to the top to the operator, and finds that 6. He wants to see what's happening to the 6. Well, that 6 is being added, plus the 5, then that 5 is dividing by, and you're following it like a little spider with my zigzag lines. And so the parentheses acts as the edge of the circle. So as you can see in my Pirate code.
So same process, base times height. So I'm going to do the sides. What's our base and what's our height?
Base is 5, height is 7.
You guys are awesome. Thank you. All right. What is 5 times 7?
35.
Perfect. And then we have 2 of them. We have the right side and the left side. We're going to take that times 2.
70.
This year's winner will receive over $6,000 in cash and prizes. Each of our other 6 finalists will also receive $500 from the Lawton Public Schools Foundation, a year's membership to the YMCA, and a gift bag from Nissan of Lawton, and 2 flex passes to enjoy the Lawton Philharmonic Orchestra. And now a little about our winner. According to the building principal, our Teacher of the Year is constantly raising the bar to provide the optimal learning experience for all students. A coworker commented that this teacher is not a do-as-I-say teacher, but leads by example with a can-do attitude that inspires the students. Another peer stated that this teacher is soft-spoken, but commands the room in a way that is truly incredible to behold. What happens in the classroom is nothing short of magic. In the portfolio, our Teacher of the Year states, "I believe my greatest contributions and accomplishments in education are the relationships I form with my students and parents. While academics are extremely important, the love and patience I show someone surpasses all. My top priority is for my students and parents to know their worth and how much I truly care about them." This teacher takes the teaching profession seriously because we are the profession that starts all other professions. And now, the moment we have all been waiting for, Lawton Public Schools 2021-2022 Teacher of the Year is Crosby Park's Amanda Mack.
Well, I just want to thank everyone who came out tonight. I want to start out by thanking God for giving me the ability to do what I love to do every day. And I have a young lady here who can support that. We have fun, we enjoy each other. It's not just a job, it is my home away from home. Thank you to my family for always helping and putting up with my crazy ideas last minute. My husband likes to talk a big game when I ask for help and say that he already has a job, but he still is there to help me out. My parents, my kiddos, my grandparents. Thank you to my school families. Whittier was with me for 13 years, and I love and appreciate them. And Crosby Park, you would have thought I had been there for 13 years. They have just accepted me and welcomed me. Thank you to LPS for providing the very best employees across the state, across the United States. I just could not be more happy and more blessed and more grateful to get to do what I love to do and spend every minute with these kiddos because they make it worth it. So thank you.
At this time, I'm going to ask Cole Lear to come back up to the stage and our 6th Teacher of the Year finalist. If you will come back up to the stage, we're going to do some presentations. We are so blessed to have tremendous support from organizations and businesses excuse me, across the Lawton community, Lawton Fort Sill community. They give generously every year to our teacher recognition program. I want to invite, as soon as our teachers come up here, I'm going to invite our contributors to join me on the side of the stage. No, you guys, you're good through, all the way down through here. Nice job. And Cole, if you'll just stand next to Amanda. Great. Patty Nyworth is here representing the Lawton Philharmonic Orchestra, and our Teacher of the Year and First Class Teacher of the Year will receive season passes for the Philharmonic. Ella Snavely is here representing Psi Chapter or Delta Kappa Gamma, and she'll be presenting our Teacher of the Year with a $50 award. Shelley Fields is here representing Arvest Bank, and she will be giving the Teacher of the Year a $50 gift card to Bedrock Nursery.
I'm Sheila Fountain. I manage the Laura Fields Trust, and the Board of Directors asked me to give a message at this meeting. This is to all and I mean all the administrators, teachers, and support personnel of the Lawton Public School system. There's nothing we can say or do that can adequately reward you for what you've gone through this year to produce quality students for the Lawton Public. Thank you is all we can say.
The Laura Fields Trust will be giving $500 to the Teacher of the Year, or to the First Class Teacher of the Year, and $1,000 to the Teacher of the Year. A big sponsor that we've had the privilege of working with for the last few years is Nissan of Lawton. And so representing Nissan is Damon Harris and Donna Elmore, and they will be giving, there's gift baskets down here. The 6 finalists will all get the bags. And then Cole, yours is a backpack on the end, so be sure to pick those up. You'll have to unzip them, look inside. There's your name on a cup, so you'll have to figure out whose is who's there. But on top of the gift baskets, the Teacher of the Year will receive a check for $2,500. Mr. Kent Lewis is here representing the LPS Foundation, and the foundation gives each one of our 6 finalists a $500 check, plus our Teacher of the Year receives $1,000, and our First Class Teacher of the Year receives $1,000. So thank you to the foundation. I was thrilled this year to receive a phone call from Frank Walker. He's the director of the YMCA, and he said, I would love to contribute family memberships to our Teachers of the Year and our First Class Teacher of the Year. And so First Class Teacher of the Year will receive a 1-year family membership, and the Teacher of the Year, the Teacher of the Year will also receive a 1-year family membership. And Frank, am I right in saying? And the 6 finalists as well. So thank you to the YMCA. Amazing. Sherry Hill is here representing American Fidelity, and they will be awarding the First Class Teacher of the Year a $100 gift card, and the Teacher of the Year a $100 gift card. So representing Fort Sill Federal Credit Union, we have Lindsay Blatchford and Melody Barber, and they are giving the First Class Teacher of the Year a $100 gift card and the Teacher of the Year a $100 gift card. From the Professional Oklahoma Educators Association, we have Bridget Riggs here, and she has a gift basket that she'll be presenting to the Teacher of the Year. From Arvest Bank, we have Shelley Fields, and representing or giving the First Class Teacher of the Year a $50 gift card to Bedrock Nursery. I also have there are some contributors who were not able to be here this evening. Mr. Heim, I'm going to ask you to hand these out. This is to the Teacher of the Year. There is a gift card from Southwest Oklahoma Federal Credit Union. There is a gift card from Bedrock Nursery, and there is a check from Sylvan Learning Center that goes to the Teacher of the Year. And for our First Class Teacher of the Year, also receives a gift card from Bedrock and a check from Sylvan Learning Center. I encourage you to take a look at the program for other people who contributed to tonight's event, and we appreciate them greatly. Please join me in giving this group another round of applause. Thank you. And before I turn the program back over to Mr. Heim, I'd like to ask that at the end of the program that the Teacher of the Year finalist and the First Class Teacher of the Year, if you'll come to the stage area, we're going to want to get some group pictures and champions for children. Thank you. We'll come back up to the stage so we can get group pictures. Also, we'd like to invite you for a reception right outside these doors as soon as it is over. And again, we thank you for being here. Mr. Heim.
Big shout out to Miss Brenda Hatch and her team for putting together a wonderful program. Again, we appreciate you coming out and celebrating with us. As has been noted many times, this is a celebration for all teachers, but special for those of you who were opportunity to be on the stage tonight. We appreciate our sponsors. Again, as we got 2 weeks to go and a few days for graduation, hey, we made it. We didn't think we would in August, but we made it, and graduation 21 will be back to normal, hopefully. So everybody have a good evening. Enjoy the reception, and thanks again for coming. Don't forget your flowers.
He said go straight to Mama.
There you go. Smart man. Hey.